Hey everyone, this is Diane with Sacred Light Integrations. And I realize it's been a long minute since I posted a video, yet we all know when we begin to do a little more research into this world of our physical body, mental body, emotional body, the non-physical energy, we all know when we find a rabbit hole that really catches our attention, we're all in, as you all know that I am. So I want to introduce you to something that I knew about before, yet recently I began to realize what a disservice I've been doing for myself and my body for not exploring it further before. Yet we all know everything unfolds in divine timing, and when the timing's right, that's going to happen. Well, it's right now for me, for us today. The something that I'm talking about is truly fascinating to me and something that I literally have just gone all in to learn all about. But I realized a lot of people don't even know about it. They don't even know what it is. I at least had heard about it. But it really is like the root of so many problems. And what this thing is called the fascia. The fascia is just a vast network of connective tissue that weaves through our entire body. It's wrapping around the muscles, the bones, the nerves, the blood vessels, and even our organs. And it's just underneath the skin. And it's like this intricate three-dimensional web that literally holds everything together while still allowing us all to move. When this fascia is healthy, it's flexible, it glides, it moves smoothly, and allows us to move smoothly and our muscles to move smoothly. But when it becomes tight from, like repetitive motions like typing, multiple surgeries, chronic stress, inactivity, and even emotional trauma, all this tightness or rigidity can cause that fascia to cause us pain, stiffness, and truly limit how we move. And with my multiple surgeries, I've really been noticing how inflexible parts are. So uh, it's it's as if one part is tight, it like pulls the whole hologram of me in one other direction. So it was just time for me to dive into this and really see the power if I began to work with this to see how it can loosen that up for myself. So I've been so excited though to find that this fascia is very responsive to the gentle care movements, subtle energy work. And by working with it very intentionally and begin to really focus on the fascia. And after my 1819 surgeries, my body has so many scars on the outside. I can't imagine what it looks like on the inside. So I started doing some simple things at home to support my fascia health. A few of the tips that y'all can try are just really gentle stretching, mindful stretches. Think about yoga, Tai Chi, Pilates. Holding those moves a little bit longer than we normally do. Be sure to hydrate. Fascia loves hydration. Think about as we drink, it like melts things, right? So staying hydrated really helps the fascia. Drinking enough water to keep that fabric and the fascia very subtle and resistant. Self-massage is another one, using a soft ball or a foam roller. I found the foam roller was too much for me. I'm more being guided to like more of the yoga poses that I just hold for a long time. And that's allowing my muscles to stretch so more fluid can flow through those. Breathing, deep breathing. That's another beneficial thing I've been finding is that holding those deep, slow breaths is allowing my fascia to expand in my abdominal area. And it also allows the nervous system to soften, to calm down, to relax. These restorative practices, the yoga, the Tai Chi, and even if you're not one that's normally very active, even gentle walking or simple stretches can really encourage your fascia to get moving and really start to get a little more healthy. These simple practices done consistently over time can make a profound difference in how we feel how we feel in general. And if you're ever called to go a little bit deeper into the fascial work through the visceral manipulation or energy healing work, I'm here to support you, and I also encourage you to reach out to somebody that does visceral manipulation, cranial sacral therapy, or something else that's really going to tap into that body connection. Because another thing I found is I was really surprised is the person I'm seeing is does visceral manipulation as well as cranial sacral. And the connection between the two, my body has become really responsive and begun to tell me, tell me how it feels. And some of the cellular memory that my body has. And I've begun and actually have connected with a few friends and tried to read how their body's talking to them as well, because our cells have consciousness in them. And so allowing our bodies to speak how it remembers things. And for those of us that have surgeries or have had trauma in our lives that we have completely blocked out, even if we've consciously blocked it out, our body remembers. And I'd been on life support and I was literally out for a couple of weeks. And so what my body went through in those 2 weeks, I don't even consciously know. I can't consciously remember because I was sedated. So remembering how our body experienced something, because the cellular memory is just so powerful and that fascia is telling the story. And what I found was so fascinating, like I said about this, it's like a 3D, if you can picture about it, the fascia is almost like a physical hologram, because if you pull on one small part of the fascia on your left side of your left knee, pulling that fascia actually affects the whole fascia body. And for those of us that have multiple surgeries, and even if you haven't, even if you had injuries, we're actually tying back some of mine to a broken toe, if you can believe that, a broken toe that happened at a young age. We start to feel that, like if the fascia was broken and there was a twist there, and that fascia just slowly, began to pull down on the left side of my body, and then years later, I had knee surgery. And then over time, then I actually had a left hip replacement. And so it's amazing to think how something can pull on one area of our body, but actually affect the whole thing. So you can see how I've kind of gone down the rabbit hole with fascia, visceral manipulation, and how that whole aspect connects with our physical body. But yet, when I started looking into it, the fascia very much does have this electromagnetic component to it. So I'm really starting to see a connection too with the light body. How does that, that's just, crazy if you can begin to think, if you keep your fascia flowing and smooth, is that also a part of tapping into the light body that we all are, hoping to do, and we are all doing, if we already are not, that more light is coming in for all of us. So hopefully I'll get back on here and do another video sooner than later, because I've definitely had some profound experiences that I want to try, or I wanted to share, not try. I wanted to share with you what I did try, and dive into this a little bit deeper to hopefully open and expand your consciousness as well. So until next time, you have a great day. Namaste.